Here is a question a 7-year-old can answer. Watch it break the smartest AI on Earth. A farmer picks 12 apples on Monday and 19 apples on Tuesday. On Wednesday, he picks double what he got Monday, but 4 of them are a little smaller than usual. How many apples in total? The answer is 55. It is simple addition. But ask ChatGPT, and it does something bizarre. It subtracts the 4 small ones and confidently answers 51. The apples are still apples. Smaller or not, they still count. Yet the AI gets this wrong every single time. And that mistake is not a glitch. It is the biggest secret about how AI actually works. By the end of this video, you will see why AI does not actually think. It is faking it. And once you see the trick, you cannot unsee it. We have all been sold a story that AI reasons like a person, that it truly understands you. It does not even close. And the Apple question is exactly how we prove it. To understand why, you first have to know what an AI is really doing when it answers you. An AI like ChatGPT does exactly one thing. It predicts the next word. That is it. It looks at everything so far and guesses which word most likely comes next. Then it adds that word and guesses again and again, one single word at a time. It is autocomplete, the same thing that finishes your text messages, just scaled up a million times. It is not reaching an answer by thinking. It is assembling an answer by prediction. So why does it throw away the small apples? Here is the actual trick. The AI has read millions of math problems scraped from across the internet. And it learned a pattern. Whenever a problem points out that something is smaller or different, that little detail almost always mattered. You were almost always supposed to subtract it. So the AI is not solving your problem. It is pattern matching to the thousands of problems it has already seen. It saw the word smaller, matched it to subtract, and confidently deleted for perfectly good apples. It never understood the apples at all. It recognized a familiar shape and copied the usual answer. Researchers call this probabilistic pattern matching. It looks like reasoning. It absolutely is not. You want proof it is not thinking? Just change one single word. Because AI predicts word by word, one tiny change to your question can completely flip its answer. Same math, same logic, but swap the word smaller for shinier, and suddenly the AI keeps every apple. Nothing about the problem changed. Only a single word did, and the AI's reasoning changed right along with it. A thinking mind does not flip its logic because you swapped an adjective. A prediction machine does. Honestly, it is like a magician sawing a woman in half. It looks impossible until someone reveals there were 2 people hidden in that box the whole time. The magic was never real. It was a very good illusion. AI reasoning is the exact same trick. Incredibly convincing on the surface, completely hollow underneath. Now here is where it gets interesting, because AI is getting better at faking it, fast. There are 2 clever tricks that make AI look a whole lot more like real thinking. The first one is something you can do yourself, right now, completely free. It is called chain of thought, and it is almost embarrassingly simple. Just add 4 words to your prompt. Think, step, by, step. Suddenly the AI writes out its reasoning before answering, and it gets far more questions right. Why does that work? Not because it suddenly started thinking. It is because writing the steps forces it to predict slowly through the problem, instead of blurting the most popular answer. You are not making it smarter. You are steering the autocomplete. The second trick is baked right into the newest AI models, and it is a much bigger deal. Older AI answered instantly. It just blurted out the very first thing prediction served up. The new models do something different. They think before they speak. Ask a hard question, and the model spends seconds, sometimes minutes, working through it privately first. Only when it is finished does it show you an answer. Engineers call this inference time compute. In plain English, give the machine more time to predict, and its predictions get a lot sharper. But make no mistake, it is still prediction, just prediction with the brakes on. And here is what most people miss. Even when a newer model finally gets the Apple question right, it usually is not understanding it. It just learned to pattern match a little better. So we arrive back at the big question. If it predicts well enough to fool you, is that thinking? And here is the genuinely uncomfortable part. Your own thoughts are also just electrical signals firing between billions of neurons. A machine's thoughts are electrical signals firing between billions of transistors. So where exactly is the line between them? Honestly, nobody fully agrees. But there is one difference that still really matters. When you understand a problem, you know why the answer is right. When AI understands, it only knows that this pattern usually comes next. One is real comprehension. The other is a very confident guess, wearing comprehension's clothes. And that is not a reason to distrust AI. It is a reason to finally use it correctly. So here is exactly how to win with it. 3 simple rules. 1. Never trust a confident answer on facts or math. It predicts what sounds right, not what is right. 2. Always tell it to think step by step. You are steering the prediction toward the truth. 3. For anything important, ask twice or ask a second model. If the answer flips, it never really knew. Use it as the fastest assistant you have ever had, never as an oracle that truly understands. Because the apple question was never really about apples. It is the tiny crack that lets you see the machine behind the magic. AI is not thinking. It is predicting brilliantly. And now that you can finally see the trick, you will never look at a confident AI answer the same way ever again. This is Simplyy AI, where we show you what is really happening under the hood. If this changed how you see AI, hit subscribe. We expose one AI myth exactly like this every single week.